This is what my groceries look like. And I'm going to unpack and walk you through what I got. In order to be able to cook a week of meals in bulk, or to be able to cook in bulk, you need to have a plan. And from that plan, you might be working with a recipe, but then you create a list, and that's your grocery list. And then you go out and you get your groceries. If you are really busy, get your groceries delivered. I want to explain one thing: the grocery bill. So where I live, there are a lot of different places I can go shopping. Not too far away, I can go to the Loblaws, which is a kind of a higher end store. No Frills is one of their brands, and the idea there is, you know, there's no butcher shop with somebody behind the counter. The meats are prepared, they're just put out for display for purchase. You have a limited selection. I've done the numbers. I've shopped my week of groceries and spent 25 to 30% more going to Loblaws to get probably 90% of exactly the same products at the No Frills. So you might have longer lines, it might be a smaller store, there might be a smaller selection. But all of my basic resources and supplies, I can get the same kind of canned tomatoes, I can get the same kind of canned beans. In fact, sometimes the butcher shop meats are just as good, if not better, than the higher end store. If money is a concern when you're shopping for groceries, shop around. Why spend extra when you don't need to? But for the higher end things, or a particular quality item, or a specialty item, then maybe you have to go somewhere else. I've got a health food store nearby where I get my yogurt and my fresh ground peanut butter. A fruit and vegetable store. I will often go there because you get the freshest fruits and vegetables for the best price. The only caveat is that it's fresh. Like, you really need to be consuming or cooking or preparing these foods right away. But if you want to get the freshest and the tastiest, that would be the place to go. Okay, let's do an unpack. I've got 3 dozen eggs. We eat 6 eggs for breakfast, 3 for me, 3 for my partner. The spinach that's pre-washed, that's what I tend to do for breakfast, is I just take a handful or 2 of spinach, put it in the frying pan, beat up my eggs. If I have bacon or pea bacon, or maybe I take a little bit of chicken and just chop it up. So it wouldn't be a full portion, but just to add some different flavors and to make breakfast more interesting. We eat a ton of bananas. And yes, I buy pasta usually once a week, like some sort of a ravioli. I don't have time to make pasta. I don't want to make pasta. I could make pasta, but I don't have the equipment. And then here are the meats. I try and buy what's on sale, and this stuff was on sale today. And by the way, the camera angle is because I can't get the camera any farther away from me. Got a lovely pork tenderloin. I got some stewing beef. I'm going to make a slow cooker stew beef. Probably just do like a can or 2 of Roma tomatoes. Got black-eyed beans, and I've got lentils, and I'm going to cube sweet potato and celery, red onion, and ginger and garlic. A nice big pack of chicken breasts. Again, on sale is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My partner still eats a lot more than I do. One of these large chicken breasts might be 2 servings for me. This is when I want to make it quick and fast. I make the most absolutely wonderfully delicious pancakes from scratch using whole wheat and large flake oats and eggs and vanilla and cinnamon and yogurt. Fantastic. But in a pinch, this stuff will do. It's about trying to eat healthy as often as you can, 90% of the time. Sometimes it's nice to have a treat. Soap, washing soap. Now, this has nothing to do with buying groceries, but what I wanted to tell you is that when I get to the end of this, it was $128.32 Canadian for 2 people. This is our food for the week. We might go out to dinner once. I might have to buy some more spinach or something like that in the week. Nothing out of the ordinary. 2% cottage cheese, another can of Italian or Roma tomatoes. Those are my favorite. I think they have better flavor as canned tomatoes for a stew. Pesto, can of lentils, and olive oil. And now for the vegetables. I've got yellow and red peppers. I've got broccoli, and I bought cilantro, which I'm going to chop up. That'll go in the slow cooker beef stew. A 3-pound bag of carrots. I'll probably just wash these, cut them, and roast them. A stalk of celery. That is going to go into the slow cooker stew. Cauliflower was on sale. A very small head of cabbage. I will use my food processor and make a cabbage salad. I'll use like a carrot, an apple, some ginger, maybe onion. Red skin potatoes, I'll probably boil these and mash them. For sweet potatoes, that's going to be the starch besides the beans for the stew. Lemons and limes. Whoop! And I'm back. And lemons and limes are just a constant source of flavor. I might use them on a salad. When I do mashed sweet potatoes, I'll use a lemon or a lime, squeeze the juice out of half, and once I've mashed it up, when you put that in, then the sweet potatoes won't go brown when they're sitting in the fridge. I will probably use lime with the carrots. Lime and olive oil and onion I find make a wonderful flavor. And this is some of what I'm going to share. I'm going to do my very best to document how I cook over the next 4 weeks, just to show you what I do, but that I cook simply. Recipes are fantastic, and they can be the base from which to launch something that you cook often, and you just change up the flavor. So hope that's been helpful. One of the next videos will be how I put it all together in the cooking process. All right, see you soon.